Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Rugged and rough and rugged. Wanna make whack MCs kick the bucket. Don't get mad at me cause the girls love it. Got an electric shock, I keep the room buzzing. Not talking about selling dimes and nicks. Not talking about doing crimes and clicks. Got something for you to grind these chicks. Get them all amped, then take them home. Yo, see if she's smart, try to get some brains. Call me CHAD KRYSTALS if you don't know the name. Used to sell the dro, but not the cane. Then I got popped cause the cops ain't playing. And it's plain and simple, but the heart remains to the core from which it came. And I'm wicked with the sick game. And when my game face on, I'm ready to rhyme strong. You don't want to have a good time, see if I give a second of energy to negative jibber jabber. I'm just an insane rapper. I get up on the mic and I create laughter. Make the people sing, get the honeys bopping. Love it when I'm on stage and they all watching. Some guys get jealous and they keep copping feelings. Have a feeling I'll be stopping all the crap talking. Then take it back to a time when you really had to rap. You had to be dope to get all the dapping. If you don't talk slang, you really can't hang. Yo, I'm not gassy, I don't bling bling, but I get nasty with my swing thing. It's just music, it slides through my veins, and I let it out to rock dudes and the dames.
Let's go.
Now I get promotion, get the people open, a poetic potion. Come take a sip, an independent notion, extracting all the loathing. I love to step on stage and just rip. Mics in the pieces, strengthen the thesis. It's just in me to make the whole party shake. The vibe that I'm sealing gives a good feeling. That to me is what's real and not fake. Tired of the old and tired of being told when who to appreciate or adore. I'm hardcore with it, a slight bit different. Spit sick equipment in every shipment. Now you know the steezo, deranged like Steve-O. Mad stage presence, explosive torpedo. That's just me though, peeping through the peephole. CHAD KRYSTALS, always coming with the deep soul.
Let's go.
CHAD KRYSTALS.
Yeah! Thank you, that was awesome. It was great.
That was great, dude. Nice example of sampling and very well done.
How much did you have to pay Ozzy for that?
I did not pay Ozzy Osbourne a single cent for that.
Great, well done.
And I won't pay him a single cent because he's probably not going to hear it at all, you know. That's
Right.
It's unfortunate. If he did hear it, come after me.
Ozzy bumping some fucking CHAD KRYSTALs
That's
with
right,
his
I would
fucking
love it. I would
bulldogs
love
and shit.
You were turning your back. You weren't looking at it. When that sample came on, all of us were like, "Yeah!"
Everybody, horns in the air. Dude.
So there you go.
Rockers, man.
I think the sample too. It depends on which sample. If it's something that registers in your mind, is comfortable, something I heard, something I love, that's why you want to use the sample. Like Puffy just tried to. He was an advocate of that, but he just took people's songs, like the Police, you know, like all those songs that he just took
Sean Combs?
yeah. I mean, there you go. You know, it's like that's not the way I sample. Like he took somebody's stuff and I cut it up into little pieces and bits and might scratch and stuff.
So
Sean Combs is actually the nigga that invented honeycomb cereal. That's how whack he is.
He's that Toad. Is he the Honey Smacks?
Yeah, that's him.
He's that frog?
Shooting up Honey Smack.
Oh,
VIC TIMS
goddamn.
Radio Show, last day on the air.
Fuck P. Diddy.
We're waiting for somebody to hear us and sue us too. We'd love to get some injunctions.
I'll go on record. Fuck P. Diddy. He's a fucking
In
bitch.
all seriousness, Chad, how do you, what do you mean, what do you do when you're making up a rhyme and you're writing some shit down, and how do you come up with, like, fucking Ozzy would be a good sample right there, or No Doubt would be fitting right there. I mean, how do you come up with that? Where do you catch on to?
Just experiment. That's all. Experimentation. Just like anything in music. Like I'll sit there for hours, and you know, the beat will be playing in the background, and I'll just I'll do whatever. You know.
Do you ever like drive down the highway and all of a sudden pull over and grab a napkin?
Yeah, you like hear it.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
smoking a fucking blunt and some shit comes on in the background. And you're like, I'm gonna mix that with some fucking Dio.
Exactly like that.
100% a true musician. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
well, thank you. I mean,
really cool.
I do that all the time. I'm glad these new phones are smartphones because I mean, I'll sit there and I'll just most of the time in my car too. Like you mentioned, I'll be sitting there, beat will come on, I'll be freestyling to the beat, and I immediately stop and I write it down. I'm like, this is a good idea.
That's why, dudes. I'm telling you, we mostly play punk rock and shit on this show, but I've been screaming since day one. Hip hop is fucking real music, motherfuckers. I've been screaming that since I fucking got on this show. Hip hop is just as musical as any kind of rock and roll y'all listen to. So represent CHAD KRYSTALS and Hip Hop AZ.
That's right. That's right. I mean, you know, there's tons of different styles, and I think that's the great thing about hip hop. It's very vast. There's, you know, you can do electronic, you can play live. You know, try to incorporate it. You know, I think that's what people want to see. They want to see different stuff. They don't want to see a lot of these radio acts. They're starting to sound the same, and I think people are screaming right now for new type music and just something out of the box. You know, it's just because we've seen it all before. The bar is set very high. We got to admit, though, there's a lot of great bands out there, and they do amazing things. So, like these, you know, the local acts here, it's very tough to get over that bar. But you know, I think if you just keep doing your thing, like, people will catch on eventually, you know.
Exactly.